Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with our celebrity tarot card reading. We're going to get into Dolph Ziggler. Am I saying this name right? I keep messing it up. Hold on. Dolph Ziggler. Okay, that's how you say the name. Okay, so please hit subscribe while you're waiting. Other than that, I hope that you enjoy these WWE readings just as much as I do. It was a request that it be a series, and I'm just now getting to it. So I'm going to try and get as many as I can. I thought it'd be kind of fun to see how many we can do, because there's a lot of WWE wrestlers, so I decided to do like the top maybe 20 or 30. We'll see. We'll see how far it takes us, okay? I'm going to get into his astrology really quickly. We're going to find out all about this celebrity through tarot cards as well. He was born in Cleveland, Ohio, in the United States. He was born on July 27th, 1980, and he was born Nicholas Theodore Nick Nemeth. Best known by the ring name Dolph Ziggler, and he's an American professional wrestler signed to WWE. Nemeth signed a development contract with WWE in 2004. Was sent to Ohio Valley Wrestling, where he was brought up in the Raw brand in 2005 as Kerwin White's sidekick. He won the 2012 Money in the Bank contract, granting him a future world heavyweight champion opportunity. Ziggler successfully defended the contract against John Cena in the main event of 2012 TLC and Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view event and crashed in on April. Tables, Ladders, and Chairs? Is that legal? So y'all, they just take these ladders, tables, and chairs. Okay. He was once rumored to date Amy Schumer, by the way, and in which case she said that in bed he was too athletic. I mean, I don't know what that means, because like that's kind of a sport in its own. So like, I don't know how something can be too athletic in bed. Was it like a bodybuilding like competition in bed, or what did you feel uncomfortable because he was so athletic? Like, I would like to know the scoop on that, not just it was athletic in bed. I'm just saying. I just need to know these things, okay, to do the reading. I don't, but it's interesting to say the least. Okay, so we are going to get into this reading. Please go ahead, hit subscribe while you're waiting. I'm going to shuffle a couple more times here, and then we're going to find out all about the celebrity challenges that are in the past as well as in the future, how they feel about themselves and how the world sees them. All right. He's pretty decisive as a human can be. The balance is in any balance that comes into his life is because these are things that he's not going to knowingly see. Okay, so that's a huge part of it. Not the biggest communicator. He kind of it's almost like if there's an intensity of emotion, or even if there's other people's thoughts or other people's truths, it's like he kind of revolves around his own decisions and his own thoughts, and he's almost like not impressed, really. He's just like, yeah, I'm better. Which is whatever. I feel like information's not super important, again, because any information that he already has, he's like, this is where it's at. Okay, I already know. But he tends to be at a crossroads, and I feel like lover wise, there's no harmony within the lovers that he's had, and it's deeming specifically like a few. So I feel like any kind of decision making or any kind of like soulmate connection, decision, conversations, trying to find some sort of sanity between him and, some spiritual connect. It's like wild. It's wild. It's like he's in a whirlwind all the time with it. I feel like he's just not able to make a decision on something. This is probably having to do with anything going on as far as any kind of problems or whatever makes him unclear of things, if that makes sense. Okay. There's also a lack of stability when it comes to his business management, or just maybe the reliability of himself. Maybe he's just kind of possessive and a little, like overtaking with his money. And he's just like, yeah, you don't get any. I'm sure there's wonderful things that he does do, but this card's just indicating that he does hold his money a little tightly to himself. So That is being indicated here. Okay, let's find out what we got going on here. Jimmy Cricket. Okay, so as far as anything in the past that was a challenge, it was an experience that had a lot to do with any intuition, something that was very inspiring. It could have even been an experience in which the call to action was something very quick, okay? Anything kind of surrounding that would be the King of Wands in reverse. And I feel like it's not as bad, whatever this work situation was, or the spiritual situation, or just like general energy around him. I just think it wasn't as bad as he thought maybe it was, or what people thought it was. Does that make sense? You all would know because you guys watch these people that you're watching the tarot on. I feel like, yeah, he is dramatic, he is exciting, and you can be super inspired by him. But I feel like the people that don't think, especially in the past, something to do with the past, and just kind of like something was like, there was something that was very reckless or very dangerous that happened. And there was a situation surrounding this call to action. So any kind of, this again is his work. So I feel like it wasn't as bad as you might have thought it was. So it's, again, that's just kind of coming up. And again, we don't see everything underneath the surface with celebrities. So that comes up a lot. We don't actually see the real shit. The root of it was just him wanting to have whatever was not in front of him. I mean, it was him wanting more information. He wanted more and more and more. Okay. And no matter how loving or how connected or how adaptable you are, like, this is just not something that you can do. You cannot find balance in looking ahead. You can't find presence in looking ahead. And that made things reckless. That made things seem dangerous, or more dangerous than they actually were, probably. So likely outcome of that. So likely outcome of that situation, it was a conflict. It changed things up. Okay. It made it so that he didn't have as much freedom in what it was that he normally has freedom in. He normally has freedom in everything because he seemingly has every tool in his tool belt. He seemingly is able to communicate. He seemingly is inspiring and charming and this brilliant individual, but yet he could not change things up there as far as this conflict goes. He was not able to do that. Even though he might have had like freedom right there all the time, it just didn't continue this way. Okay. Because he was too passive, and this got too intense, whatever the situation was. Again, I'm not quite sure what it was. All right, let's find out what we have upcoming for this WWE wrestler. And then we'll find out how they feel about themselves versus how we, the fans, feel about the wrestler. Almost time for school. All right. All right. Ooh. Okay. So anything upcoming or current is definitely a beginning. Something very protected, something very welcomed. The root of it would be just empowerment or trying to find fulfillment and searching for it. So he is searching for something. His experience as of right now within love, this could be him searching for it or adapting to whatever it is that he has around him. So as far as a connection, maybe a feeling, or just like wanting a specific balance in whatever type of situation he's in. Whatever's kind of influencing this searching or trying to find fulfillment in that experience is definitely some sort of a mistake. So this is being reassessed, whatever this mistake was. And this mistake had a lot to do with disturbing the stillness in the relationship. So he could have a Queen of Air who he's not communicating with, or a Queen of Air who's not communicating with him. Whatever it is, this person, because of this mistake or the drama or the melodrama, this person became very confused. They became maybe abrasive. Their words were not kind. They could have cursed at him. The logic went right out the fucking window. So that's whatever's going on currently. What is the likely outcome of the situation? So having some issues here, even though, yes, of course it started, in a very nice place. It was very welcomed. Some things happened, some, dramatics happened, of course. And then all that searching, trying to find some sort of empowerment in the experience, but kind of fell on deaf ears because this person does not care. This person was like, I don't give a shit. Okay, so what is the likely outcome here? 5 of Wands. We got conflicts again in this partnership. So whatever this partnership is, again, it could have something to do with passion, could have something to do with work. I feel like it's just, there's going to be annoyance after annoyance. It's like the two of you are competing. And the competition's there. There's always competition. There's always two heads hitting each other. Now, this could be even work. So work or his passion or his sexual relationship. Okay. Bottom line, the root of this is that the control. There is no stability in it because somebody's trying to control it. So somebody's trying to be frugal also when they shouldn't be with themselves or their physical bodies. So somebody could even hold physically or just like hold on to materials or hold on to the money, kind of like dangle it like a carrot over the rabbit and make them work for it, basically. So that is a likely outcome of that. Let's find out how they feel about themselves versus how their fans feel. Okay, so he feels like he's the motherfucking law, honey. He feels like in his experience that he is the law. He feels like he's very fair. He also knows that he lacks emotions and in relationships has a hard time getting them to lift off or, stay lifted or, to be intuitive towards another person in the situation. So he does feel like, but overall he feels like he's, kind of fair pretty much. But he feels like he's on the upside or the upright of karma. And also, lastly, he is content in whatever he does for work. So there's a lot of stability that comes from it and a lot of inspiration and spiritually even that comes from what he does to earn money, which, it's his passion. He doesn't really have to call it work specifically. How do we see him? Both in reverse. We see a lot of indecision or avoidance, and we kind of feel like the balance is confused. Whenever he's trying to deal with a problem or get rid of the tension or take care of whatever the issue is here, it's just like he's always at a crossroads, even though there's ample opportunity, there's creativity that goes into this. The action is less than, and that's what we see. We see kind of like lazy, temperamental, kind of like a 2-year-old. A lot of fans. Is he a bad guy in the WWE world? Because, this feels like he's the bad guy. Yeah. So, the whole root of it is that, again, any changes that happen within his work or his situation that the fans are seeing, we see conflict. We see annoyances. We see a big ego, and he's always butting heads with everybody. So that's just kind of where that heads with whatever Ziggy, what's his name? Ziggler. Dolpher? Shoot. What is his stupid name? Okay. I'm stupid, honestly. Like, I literally keep forgetting this name. I cannot keep it together. I keep wanting to call him Dolph Ziggler or Dolph Diggler. Anyway, so Dolph Ziggler, that's the end of that reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I'm sorry that I cannot keep track of what these names are. I promise you, eventually I will get really, really good at this. Other than that, go ahead, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot, like, share, and follow on all of your social media. Make sure that you share these videos and get them out so we can add them into Hangman Tarot YouTube channel, which you can catch all of the playlists, all of YouTube Tarot on there. Also, please leave any requests, any comments, leave it over in the comment section. You can get a hold of me in my social media also, and that'll be down below. I will have more WWE wrestler tarot reading updates here soon. I just put out, again, Bella Twins and John Cena, so go check those out. Other than that, have a beautiful Tuesday, you guys. I'll see you later.